Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Sindhu. Thank you so much. Thanks for the nice kirtan. Thanks for creating that mood of setting the scene before we start here. Wonderful topics of discussion between Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Rāmānanda Rāya. Thank you,
Thank
Hare
you,
Krishna. Hope to see you regularly in our session and have your kirtan. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Welcome back. Welcome back, all the devotees, to our Chaitanya Charitamrita study class. So it is our fortune that today we have Her Grace Manmohini Vrajrani Mataji with us. Mataji is by profession, she is called as Dr. Mugdha. So she is a professional doctor and also taken up the profession of treating souls, not only physical bodies, but Mataji got influenced by Srila Prabhupada's teachings, and she has taken up the most important profession of treating the souls also. So Mataji is actually, she is attached to Mangalore preaching center, ISKCON Mangalore. And Mataji is preaching, she has expertise of preaching in Marathi for last few years. And she has completed Bhagavad Gita online, that 18 days course in Marathi. 24 times Mataji has completed so far. It's an amazing achievement, and that shows how nicely Mataji is doing wonderful preaching activities. And also Mataji is preaching Marathi Bhakti Sadachar, and she has expertise of training devotees for initiation from Marathi section of devotees. And Mataji is also preaching on several the special festival days of ISKCON, like Nityan Trayodasi, Gaur Purnima, Ram Navami, and so many. Of course, in ISKCON, we have no shortage of celebrations. So Mataji has expertise of converting the message of the every festival we celebrate in ISKCON. And Mataji also completed, Mataji is doing Bhakti Shastri course. She has completed 4 levels and studying 5th level now. So as I said, it is our fortune that Mataji has accepted to start this wonderful topic of a discussion between Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Rāmānanda Rāya. Thank you very much, Mataji. Over to you. All glories to you, and we are very, very eager to hear from you. Hare Krishna and Ratna. And just for information, we are already online on our YouTube channel. Over to you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna to all of you. Sadar Pranam. I will try whatever I have gained from these last 2 years. If I do any mistake, please forgive me, considering me a neophyte. It's my kind and humble request to all of you. First, I will sing Gaur Arti. As we are learning Chaitanya Charitamrita, no? So, or studying Chaitanya Charitamrita, then we must know the Gaur Arti. It is sung at evening times in our ISKCON temples. So, I will start the session by singing Gaur Arti. Prabhuji, can you share the screen? I have sent it.
I'm sharing, Mataji. Just,
Yeah.
I'm sharing the screen.
I have sent the Gaur Arti.
Hope screen is visible to all. Can start, Mataji.
Not visible, Prabhu. Screen. Now it is okay. Okay, now okay.
कि बजयो जय गौरा चांदे आरतिक शोभा कि बजयो जय गौरा चांदे आरतिक शोभा जाना भी तटवने जगमान लोभा जाना भी तटवने जगमान लोभा कि बजयो जय गौराचार्य आरतिक शोभा जानावी तटवने जगमान लोका कि बजयोर जय गौराचार्य आरतिक शोभा जानावी तटवने जगमान लोभा दाखिले निताई चादर पामे गदधार दाखिले निताई चादर पामे गदधार निकटे अद्वैत श्री निवास छत्रधर निकटे अद्वैत श्री निवास छत्रधर कि बजयोर जय गौराचार्य आरतिक शोभा जानावी तटवने जगमान लोभा बासियाचे गौराचार्य रत्न सिंहासने बासियाचे गौराचार्य रत्न सिंहासने आरती कोरेन ब्रह्मा आदिदेव गाणे आरती कोरेन ब्रह्मा आदिदेव गाणे कि बजयोर जय गौराचार्य आरतिक शोभा जानावी तटमने जगमान लोभा जानावी तटमने जगमान लोभा नरहरि अधिकोरी चामरा डुलाए नरहरि अधिकोरी चामरा डुलाए संचय मुकुंद वासु कोश आदि गाये संचय मुकुंद वासु कोश आदि गाये कि बजयोर जय गौराचार्य आरतिक शोभा जानावी तटवने जगमान लोभा शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताल शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करताल मधुर मृदुंग बाजे परम रसाल मधुर मृदुंग बाजे परम रसाल कि बजयोर जय गौराचार्य आरतिक शोभा जानावी तटवने जगमान लोभा जानावी तटवने जगमान लोभा बहुकति चंद्र चीनी वदन उज्ज्वल बहुकोटि चंद्र चीनी वदन उज्ज्वल गला देशे बनमाला करे झलमाला गला देशे बनमाला करे झलमाला कि बजयोर जय गौराचार्य आरतिक शोभा जानावी तटवने जगमान लोभा जानावी तटवने जगमान लोभा शिव सुख नारद प्रेमे गद गद शिव सुख नारद प्रेमे गद गद भक्ति विनोद देखे गौरा संपद भक्ति विनोद देखे गौर संपद की बजयोर जय गौरा चांदे आरतिक शोभा जानवी तटवने जगमन लोभा जानवी तटवने जगमन लोभा जयो जयो गौर गौरा चांदे आरतिक शोभा जानवी तटवने जगमन लोभा की बजयो जय गौरा चांदे आरतिक शोभा जानवी तटवने जगमन शोभा निताय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय गौर निताय जय गौर निताय जय गौर निताय जय गौर निताय गौर निताय जय गौर निताय जय गौर निताय जय गौर निताय जय श्रील प्रभुपाद 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 जय श्रील प्रभुपाद श्री चैतन्य महाप्रभु की जय हो श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय हो हरे कृष्णा
Thank you, Mataji. Thanks so much for nice kirtan. So we can start the session, Mataji.
Yeah,
Want me to share the?
Yeah.
That's okay. You can start the Mangalacharan.
please share the
I'll share
screen.
the screen. Yes, Mataji, you can start.
Hare Krishna to everybody. I pay my sincere obeisances to Srila Prabhupada, to Guru Maharaj, and to all assembled Vaishnavis and Vaishnava warrior. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namah. Before starting our today's session, I will pray to Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Jaya Jaya Sri Caitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Namo Om Mahavadanaaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Gaura Kishe Nama. Now we will switch on to our today's session. Since now we have completed our 7th chapter from Madhya Lila, and now today we are going to study the 8th chapter of Madhya Lila, and we are now studying the tour of Caitanya Mahaprabhu in South India, and with the same mood and with the same taste, whichever covered by Prabhuji at last session, we are now proceeding over this 8th chapter. Now, in introduction of this 8th chapter, here, first of all, we will study the summary points of this chapter. the name of the chapter is Talks Between Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Rāmānanda Rai. Now here, what is the speciality of these summary points? First of all, we will try to know this. Those summary points are those summary points in this chapter 8. Those are given by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in his Amrit Pravaha Bhashya. This is one speciality of those summary points. And second speciality, what we try to learn from these points is that those are the deep discussions, rather I can say those are the deep spiritual discussions, those conversations are. And the person who is indulged in the material world or with material concepts, or who is non-devotee, he can't understand these conversations. One must be a devotee of Lord Chaitanya, and then he is qualified to understand this conversation. Now, what is the third speciality of these conversations? Matlab, what should we learn from this conversation? That here, by taking lessons and instructions from Rāmānanda Rai, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, though he is Brahmana, though he is sannyasi, but still he has received all the instructions from Rāmānanda Rai. What it indicates, here we mean to know it thoroughly, that such a elevated persons, actually he is a Lord himself, but we can say he is incarnated in the form of devotee, and such a great Vaishnavas or such a great pure devotees of Lord, those have such a great qualities, that such a elevated persons are there. What should they do? No, those won't hesitate while taking instructions or while taking lessons from any devotee or anybody. And this is the quality of great Vaishnava. We should learn from these summary points. Now, proceeding further for summary points. Prabhuji, please can you show the summary points on the screen? We have to discuss about it. Yeah. Yeah. Then after his visit to temple of Jiyad Narsimha, the temple in south near Vishakhapatnam, it is named as Jiyad Narsimha. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went on to banks of river Godavari, and the place is known as Vijayanagra. Here is the place where Rāmānanda Rai actually meets with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And here Rāmānanda Rai has went there to take the holy path. And here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Rāmānanda Rai has met. Means it is the first meeting of Rāmānanda Rai with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After introducing himself, he requests Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to stay at that place. And for honoring his request, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu decides to stay at that place named Vijayanagar. And now he stays in the homes of Vedic Brahmanas. Then what was his daily routine? Being a devotee, we must understand and learn some few points by his daily routine also. He used to visit Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and he used to pay obeisances to him daily. It was his daily routine. In our life also, we should pay obeisances to senior Vaishnavas whenever we visit temple and whenever we met with such a great Vaishnavas. No, I have learned this lesson from his daily routine. And now the conversation actually starts from here, and it is a highly interesting topic, and I will try to discuss over here. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu starts questioning him. Then firstly he asks him question, what is the object of meditation to Rāmānanda Rai. Then Rāmānanda Rai immediately replies that the object of meditation should be the divine couple of Radha and Krishna. Then secondly, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he asked the question, what is then the process of worship? Tell me which deity will you worship? Then immediately Rāmānanda Raya replies that I will worship, one must worship the divine couple of Sri Radha and Krishna. Then after that conversation, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says to Rāmānanda Raya, that he says him that now you have completely understood my role of incarnation, why I have incarnated as a devotee, and I am satisfactory with it. Then Rāmānanda Raya says, I don't know, but you are causing me to say that you are the Krishna himself, and you are relishing by hearing your pastime by mouth of me. And thus the conversation proceed on. And now Srila Rāmānanda Raya, again, what he describes here for questioning, for answering the questions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he enunciated the system of Varnashram institution. And then he recited various verses from Bhagavata, from Bhagavad Gita, and given evidences supporting that Varnashram institution. And again, what he spoke about, second point what he spoke about is that he has spoke about detached action and mixed and the knowledge mixed with devotional service. And finally he discussed the spontaneous loving service of the Lord. And after hearing Rāmānanda Raya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepted the principle of pure devotional service and the pure love which is expressed by him. And now what did Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said? It is very interesting. He says that ki whatever and whichever, though I try or though I will try to hide from you, no, then you are such an advanced devotee, no, that anybody can't hide anything from you. Then this will indicate the position of Rāmānanda Raya in front of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He is such an advanced devotee, and here we can again understand that such a elevated devotee, the Lord actually he is himself, Lord himself, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, but he is presenting himself as a advanced devotee, a sannyasi. He has born in the family of Brahmana, and still he has got instructions by Rāmānanda Raya, who is born in the family of Shudra and who is Grahastha, but still he has received the instructions from Rāmānanda Raya. And this is a great Vaishnava quality. We should try to learn from this by this Lila of Rāmānanda Raya and Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now again he asked him questions about the devotional services and conjugal love about Radharani, and conjugal love of Radharani for Krishna. And next he described the position of Srimati Radharani and transcendental mellows. And then Rāmānanda Raya recites various verses and concerning the platform of this ascetic vision. And now he describes his Prema Vilasa Vivarta, his own verses, and he describes it thoroughly. And after hearing all that, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu accepts all his instructions. And also Rāmānanda Raya explains the all stages of conjugal love, and what is the bhava of that gopis in Vrindavan, and all this subject he used to describe it vividly. And gradually then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to accept all his whatever he has described the verses and given evidences in the form of shlokas. And then he accepts that pure principles of pure devotional service, devoid of any mental speculations. And then he says to Rāmānanda Rai that you are my the closest, matlab, you are such a my closest advanced devotee that whatever I will try to hide from you, no, it will not be hidden by me. And now further the how the discussion will start and how it proceeds, we will learn it by verses from 8th chapter. Now we will switch on to 8.1, the first verse of this chapter. Prabhuji, can you show me the first verse? संचार्य रामाभित भक्त मेघो स्वभक्ति सिद्धांत चयामृतानि गौराब्धिरैर्मुनावितीर्णैस्तद्वैन रत्नलयतां प्रयाति. Now here, Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu, who is known as Gauranga, is the ocean of conclusive knowledge in devotional service. He empowered Sri Rāmānanda Rai, who may be likened to a cloud of devotional service. And this cloud filled with water of all conclusive purpose of devotional service and was empowered by the ocean spread this water over the sea of Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu himself. Thus the ocean of Caitanya Mahaprabhu became filled with jewels of knowledge of pure devotional service. Now here what we learn from this verse that Gauranga or Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is like a ocean of conclusive knowledge of all devotional services. And he empowers Rāmānanda Rai, and who is like a cloud of devotional service. And this cloud is filled with water of such a conclusive purpose of devotional service, and he and which were empowered by the ocean, which is spread this water over the sea of over the sea of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. From this description, what we mean to learn is that actually the Lord has incarnated in the form of devotee, and now he want to test the mellow of emotions and the love of Radharani towards Sri Krishna. And for that purpose he empowers Rāmānanda Rai by this cloud of devotional service, and he is by this way relishing by hearing such glories of himself as a Lord himself by the mouth of Rāmānanda Rai. Then we will turn towards next verse. Jaya Jaya Sri Chaitanya Jaya Nityananda Jaya Advaita Chandra Jaya Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. All glories to Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all glories to Lord Nityananda, all glories to Advaita Acharya, and all glories to all devotees of Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Now here we can learn from this verse that whenever there is a devotee of Lord Chaitanya, what he used to do, he used to sing the glories of Lord Chaitanya. Here Krishnaras Kaviraj used to glorify Lord Chaitanya. And one should understand here that whenever we pay obeisances to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it will complete whenever we will pay obeisances to Nityananda or to Advaita Acharya and Srinivas Pandit, Gadadhar Pandit, and to all Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. And then what is the importance regarding it? Those are the tattvas for Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And whenever we pay obeisances or whenever we glorify Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, it gets completed whenever we will pay obeisances to all these tattvas as first direct expansion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is Krishna himself, is Balrama, that is Nityananda. Then second is Advaita Acharya, he is direct Swamsh Vistar, we can say it as Swamsh expansion of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is Krishna himself. Then third is Gadadhar, he is Radharani. And fourth is Jiva Tattva Pandit, Pandit Srivasa is there, and he is the leader of all Gaur Bhakta Vrinda. So, who is the leader which will glorify Lord Chaitanya? Then it is the Srivas Pandit, and by means of Srivas Pandit, by mercy of Srivas Pandit, which is the leader of all Gaur Bhakta Vrinda like us, we will get. The blessings of Lord Sri Chaitanya, that is Krishna. And so we have to glorify Lord Chaitanya along with his Panchatattva, and we have to pay obeisances to all Panchatattva to receive the causeless mercy and bliss by Krishna. Then we will, and this is the importance of glorifying Lord with means of Panchatattvas, or by means of all his Panchatattvas. And then second thing is why we have to glorify the Lord. Here we can learn from Bhagavatam, and also from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Srila Rupa Goswami has described it thoroughly while receiving the instructions from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu at the Shashwamedh Ghat for 10 days, that whenever a devotee used to glorify Lord Chaitanya or Sri Krishna, then what happens, that whenever he sings the glorification which is composed by a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, or the descriptions or words or phrases which has been composed by a pure devotee of Lord Krishna, then what happens, then our sins used to get destroyed, and we get a place in Vaikuntha. And this is the importance of the glorification for Sri Krishna or for Lord Chaitanya. What is called Madhava? Madhava is called Stavapriya, or Madhava Stavapriya, means he likes praises and glories about himself, and because of the glories sung by the devotees or pure devotees of Lord, what we get, we will get the mercy of Lord, and we will get the bliss of Lord. This is the importance of glorification of Lord. Then we will turn towards third verse. पूर्वरिते प्रभु आगे गमन करेला, जियड नरसिंह क्षेत्रे कथे दिने गेला. Here, according to his previous program, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu went forward to his tour, and after a few days arrived at the place of pilgrimage known as Jiyad Narsinha. Now he has entered at the place in South India named Jiyad Narsinha. The temple is situated at the top of a hill 5 miles away from Visakhapatnam. And here now the temple is known as Sinhachala, and it is the best temple in Visakhapatnam. And now it is the best example of architecture for this area. Now here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has arrived and he has took the darshana from Jiyad Narsinha. And now what is the speciality for this Jiyad Narsinha? We can understand that those are having two deities. Matlab means one original deity is within the depths of temple, and there is another deity, a duplicate, known as Vijayamurti, the smaller deity, which those used to use for public processions, and priests used to uh, use it for public processions. And who are the priests over there? Those are from Rāmanuja Sampradaya. Those used to worship that deity. Now our Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has taken the darshana of that Jiyad Narsinha. And now how shall he glorify that Jiyad Narsinha in ecstasy and in prema? Then those are the verses from fourth onwards. We will study those verses, and we will try to understand that bhava and prema of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in the form of devotee or in the form of sannyasi. नरसिंह देखिया कैले दंडवत प्रणति, प्रेमावशे कैले बहु Nritya Gita Stuti. Upon seeing the deity of Lord Narsiya in the temple, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu offered his respectful obeisances by falling flat. Then in his ecstatic love, he performed various dances, chanted, and offered prayers. Now we can understand over here. Whenever a devotee, a pure devotee, as in the form of pure devotee, as he is Lord himself, though, but he has incarnated in the form of devotee, and he want to test the mellow of emotions of devotee which he experiences by singing sankirtana and by dancing uh, with that ecstatic love, and he performed various dances and chanted and offered prayers. And this is the importance of sankirtana. Whenever we do sankirtana and dance in front of deity, it is described in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami that whenever we dance in front of deity, whenever we sing sankirtana in front of deity, what happens? Our sins get destroyed. Like a bird like a bird which flies from the crop. And what happens when we offer prayers? Those prayers have the power to destroy our sins. Whenever we offer the prayers in front of deity, actually the god is himself there in form of archavatar or archavigravatar. And it is the importance that we should offer prayers whenever we visit any temple. And as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has incarnated in the form of a devotee, he is expressing all the characters which a great Vaishnava or such a elevated devotee must have to possess, and we have to learn these lessons from those verses. Now we will proceed to text 5. Shri Narsimha Jaya Jaya Narsimha Praladeshe Jaya Padma Mukha Padma Pringa. All glories to Narsimha, all glories to Narsimha, who is the Lord of Prahlad Maharaj and Honeybee, is always engaged in beholding the lotus-like face of goddess of fortune. Now here the goddess of fortune is always embraced by Narsimha. This is means this is mentioned that the goddess of fortune is always embraced by Narsimha in a such a way that here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, while glorifying the Lord Narsimha, he compares it with honeybee, who is always engaged in beholding the lotus-like face of goddess of fortune. And now here, what he do again? He glorifies Narsimha Bhagwan Dev, and again he glorifies his pure devotee as Lord. A pure devotee as Prahlad Maharaj. Then what is the importance of glorifying the pure devotees of Lord? Here we will study from this verse that whenever we used to glorify the Lord, no, we have to glorify his pure devotees also. What's the importance of it? Whenever we glorify such a pure devotees of Lord, then what we get the benefits from that is we will get purified by even pronouncing or chanting the name of such a devotees of Lord. And it is the benefit of glorifying Prahlad Maharaj. And that's why when we sing Mangala in Mangala Arti, the Narsiya Arti, when we used to sing, no, we used to glorify Narsiya Bhagwan Dev, and after that we used to glorify Prahlad Maharaj, and after that we used to glorify Srila Prabhupada. And this is the importance why we have to pronounce the names even of pure devotees of Lord, and by those pronunciation we get purified again, and this is the benefit we get. Then we will proceed on towards next verse. Prabhuji, उग्रोप्यनुग्र एवायं स्वभक्तानानृकेशरी केशरी वस्वपोतानाम् अन्वेषा उग्रविक्रम. Although very furious, the lioness is very kind to her cube. Similarly, although very ferocious to non-devotees like Hiranyakashipu, Lord Narasimha Dev is very, very soft and kind to devotees like Prahlad Maharaj. Here, what is explained in this verse, how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is glorifying Narasimha Bhagwan Dev. Actually, he is Lord himself. Still, he is incarnated in the form of devotee, and being such a great devotee of Lord, he is glorifying the Lord, means he is glorifying himself. Why he is glorifying himself? To test that mellow of emotions and the love and the ecstasies in the form of devotee. And what he glorifies, although ferocious the lioness is, but but is very kind to her herbs. She is very kind to her cubes. Then what we understand from this verse is that although very ferocious, the Lord is to his non-devotees like Hiranyakashipu, but he is very, very soft and kind to devotees like Prahlad Maharaj. The Prahlad Maharaj is very, very pure devotee of Lord Narasimha Dev. And now, here from this verse, what we again understand, one point is that though we are indulged in material world, and there are we are under impact of the three modes of material nature, and we are facing such problems or troubles which are ferocious like a lioness in our material world. But still, as we are the daughters and sons of Lord, and so he is very kind to her, he is very kind to us, and he is showering his causeless mercy upon us. And by this way, by his bliss and by his causeless mercy, we are in the path of bhakti, and we are enjoying the mellows of such emotions we are getting by Sankirtana and by chanting his holy name, and by serving him devotionally, and by our devotional services we are getting his love towards us. And we must understand by this verse such a emotions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. What he tried to show us, that though he is Lord, but in the form of devotee, he has tried to exhibit all the characters which one devotee must possess, who is doing devotional service towards Lord. Then now we will shift towards seventh verse. मत नाना श्लोक पढ़ी स्तुति कैल नरसिंह सेवक माला प्रसादानी दिल. In this way, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu recited different verses from the Shastra, and the priest of Lord Narasimha Dev then brought garland and remnants of Lord's food and offered them to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Then here also from this verse we must learn few points. That when Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has recited different verses and stutis from Shastras, then the priest was pleased also by hearing those all verses from Shastras. And what he did, he gave him garland and remnants of Lord's food. Now we will see the importance of garland of Lord. Whenever we get the chance to get the garland of Lord, we have to get it and we have to put it in our neck. What is the importance of it? It has been described in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu by Rupa Goswami, that whenever we put it in our neck, we will get purified, and we will get that spiritual energy by which is expressed by the deity or by the Lord in the form of Archa Avatar, and we get purified. And what is the importance of remnants of food of Lord? We know the importance of prasadam, but what is again importance? We will focus for that. This conversation of Uddhava and Lord Krishna from Bhagavatam 11th canto, the 10th chapter from it. What Uddhava says to Lord, no, that he used to wear the clothes of Krishna always. Whatever he used to wear, whatever he used to wear the things, he used to wear it because he will get the bliss and the causeless mercy of Lord Krishna. And he used to eat the remnants of food, whatever has been eaten by Krishna. And this is the importance, the bhava of Uddhava. We must understand his emotions. What should be the emotions of a devotee? Devotee in front of Lord Krishna. Like Uddhava, we have to eat his remnants of food of Lord, and we have to use the things which when offered to Lord, and then we have to accept it. Then what's the importance of it? We will get purified and we will get his causeless mercy and bliss by accepting such a things. And this is the process of purification, how one devotee must proceed by his actions or by his karmas. Those are the karmas which will purify us in the path of bhakti and which will proceed us in the path of bhakti. Now we will turn towards next verse. प्रभाते पूर्वत को न विप्रे कैला निमंत्रण से रात्रि ताहार ही करिला गमन. As usual, a Brahmana offered Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu an invitation, and the Lord passed night in the temple and then commenced his tour again. Now, here one beautiful thing is there. No, we must understand this thing, that actually Lord Chaitanya has given teachings to Rupa Goswami and Sanatana Goswami, and also he has taught the teachings regarding etiquettes of Vaishnava, that is, we call it as Vaishnava Sadachar. And here in Vaishnava Sadachar, in etiquettes regarding the temple, what one devotee must do, no? One devotee must not sleep in temple in front of deity. It is actually a etiquette, but he is Lord himself, Lord Chaitanya, and he is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Though he is a devotee, but he is Lord himself, and he can do anything, no? And by these considerations, he has slept in that temple that night, and then he commenced his tour again. Then what we learn over here, that he has been offered invitation from Brahmana, but he is in the emotions of Radharani, and he is with the emotions of Radharani, which are the emotions of separation from Lord Chaitanya. And by these emotions, he has stayed in that temple. That the Jayad Narsimha is actually who? He is Krishna himself. He knows it. And by these emotions, he stayed over there in the temple at that night and spent that night in the temple. And then he commenced his tour. Then we will proceed now for 9th verse. प्रभाते उठिया प्रभु चलिला प्रेमा वेशे दिग्वा ही ज्ञान रात्रि दिवसे. The next morning, in the great ecstasy of love, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started on his tour with no knowledge of the proper direction, and he continued the whole day and night. Now see the ecstasy of emotions and the mellows of love. He has danced at previous day and night at that temple, and after that, next morning, with great ecstasy in love, Lord Chaitanya has forgot, being a devotee, he has forgot all all the things, and he has started his tour with no knowledge of even proper direction, where he has to go and what he has to do. He is knowing nothing, and he continued whole day and night his journey. Now we will turn towards next verse, and from this verse what we have learned, means we have to be such a devotee of Lord in his regarding the love towards God, and with such a melodies of devotions and devotion which we get or pursue by devotional services, that we have to be in such a matlab, in such a pure love, that we must forget all the material things whichever we belong to, or whichever we will use to in our daily routine. Means we have to forget all the material things by which we are contaminated by, and we must enjoy the mellow of devotional services while doing devotional services. Now, in this ninth verse, now in this 10th verse, we will know what. First, we will read that verse and then we will try to understand it. पूर्ववत वैष्णव करी सर्वलोक गणे गोदावरी तीरे प्रभु आइला कथ दीने. As previously, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu converted to Vaishnavism. Many people he met on the road, and after a few days, the Lord reached at the banks of river Godavari. Then what happened in his journey? Whomsoever he met, no, he has converted the people. Whomsoever he has met, no, those though those are abhaktas, or those are non-devotees, we can say. But what he did, no, he has converted all those to Vaishnavas. Then this is the special mercy, we can say, of Lord Sri Chaitanya, that all the people who have met him on the way in his journey, those have converted in Vaishnavas. And this is the special mercy of Lord Chaitanya upon them. It reminds us the battlefield, the battlefield journey, or the battlefield incidents of Lord Sri Krishna and Arjuna. What happened was there, the soldiers and warriors, those have just only just have seen Krishna for 15 days until the war was there. And by just darshana of Lord Krishna, the soldiers and warriors have got prema, that is, those have stabled in prema bhakti. There are no steps from Shraddha to prema. Usually one devotee has to, he has to proceed by those steps. But what those devotees have got, no, those devotees have got this special mercy by Lord Chaitanya, that Krishna, because of Krishna in the battlefield, those warriors and soldiers have got prema, that is prema bhakti, and those have got salvation. The same way, like this example, no, the non-devotees, or the people whomsoever have met Lord Chaitanya on his journey, or on his way towards Godavari, those all have achieved, or those all have stable in prema bhakti, and those have those have no, those have not followed the steps from Shraddha to prema. One has to proceed rationally by those 8 steps in bhakti, or in path of bhakti, from Shraddha to prema. We all know it, but those have got they got immediate love from Krishna, that is his pure love, we can say, prema bhakti, we can say. And this is the causeless mercy of Sri Chaitanya upon those people. How lucky those persons are, no? And after a few days, the Lord reached the banks of river Godavari, and in this way, by spreading his teachings and by spreading his holy name, being a devotee, he reached at the banks of Godavari. Now we will turn towards verse 11. गोदावरी देखी हैल यमुना स्मरण, तीरे वन देखी स्मृति हैल वृंदावन. When he saw the river Godavari, the Lord remembered the river Yamuna, and when he saw the forests, banks of the river, he remembered Sri Vrindavana Dham. When he saw river Godavari, what he reminded? or what he remembered the river Yamuna, as he is a Lord, no, he is a Krishna himself. And then what he is reminded, his pastimes at the banks of Yamuna at Vrindavan Dham in Dwapar Yuga, when he is incarnated as a Krishna. And what he reminded when he saw the forest at the bank of river, he remembered Sri Vrindavan Dham, his actual Dham, which he likes very much. Now, from this, what we must have take a message, or what we must learn from this verse, that I will try to explain. A devotee should be like this. Whatever the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is expressing by means of this verse, matlab, we will try to know the emotions of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. That being a devotee, or being in the form of devotee, what we should try to have emotions, that whenever we will be at the banks of any river, we must remind the pastimes of Krishna at the banks of Yamuna. Being a devotee, we must try to meditate upon that. And whenever we see forest, like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, being a Krishna himself, he has reminded that those pastimes of him uh, at the banks of Yamuna. And he remembered Sri Vrindavan Dham. Like that way, whenever we see the forest, no, we must remind, being a devotee, the pastimes of Sri Krishna at Vrindavan Dham, and this will help us to remind Krishna and our relationship with Krishna, as we have forgot, as we are fallen souls, we have forgot the relationship, which is the actual real relationship with Krishna, that we are part and parcel of him. Now we will turn towards next verse. सेवने कतक्षण करि नृत्य गान, गोदावरी पार हया ताहा कैल स्नान. After performing his usual chanting, dancing for some time in this forest, the Lord crossed the river and his bath on the other bank. Then, after performing usual chanting, now here we must know that after uh, having his chanting and dancing for some time in the forest, matlab, means he has reminded his all pastimes, and because of reminding those pastimes, in that ecstasy of love, and in that emotions, and in that mellow of love towards Krishna, as he is in the form of emotions of Radharani, he has incarnated as a Lord Chaitanya in form of a devotee, and with the emotions of Radharani, to test the sweetness and the nectar of the emotions of Radharani, as as a devotee, by doing the devotional services. He has incarnated in the form of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and for that purpose he had chanted after receiving bath at Godavari, after crossing the Godavari. What he did, he had chanted the holy name of Lord, and he has again danced for some time in the forest. Uh, for that purpose, for reminding the pastimes of Lord Krishna, being in the bhava of Radharani, or being in the emotions of Radharani, he has chanted, danced for some time in the forest, and then he has crossed the river, and he has taken the holy bath at the bank of the river. Now we will proceed towards 13th verse. घाट छाड़ी कत दूरे जल सन्निधाने, वसी प्रभु करे कृष्ण नाम संकीर्तने. After bathing in the river, Lord walked a little distance from bathing place and engaged in chanting holy name of Krishna. Now here we should understand, after bathing as a devotee, as he is in the form of devotee, a sannyasi, what he did in the he has bathed in the river, and now what he did, he has engaged in chanting the holy name of Krishna. From this his behavior, what should we understand here? That such a elevated Vaishnavas or such a elevated devotees used to indulge himself in holy name of Krishna. Always used to chant Krishna's name. Always used to sing Krishna's bhajans, or always used to sing sankirtana, and whatever those used to do for pleasing Krishna. And this is a special quality of such a elevated devotees or pure devotees. And it is actually a great quality of Vaishnava. We must try to understand and know it from this behavior of Lord Chaitanya. And also what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has emphasized in his teaching, that one must means one devotee must emphasize on 5 things in his daily life. Which are those things? I will just remind you. I think you all must know it, but I will try to remind you by this verse that. First of all, we have to chant the holy name of Krishna. Then secondly, we have to have association of devotees. Third is we have to do deity worship, and fourth is we have to daily do reading of Srimad Bhagavatam, and fifth is we have to stay at the holy places like Mathura. These should be the daily routines for a devotee in his daily life. And we have learned this nice message from this verse. And actually I will say that this verse has reminded this take home message for us by this verse. Now I will proceed towards 14th verse. हेन काले दोलाय चढ़ी रामानंद राय, स्नान करी बारे ऐला बाजा न बाजाय. At that time, accompanied by the sounds of music, Rāmānanda Raya came there on a palki to take his bath. Now here there is a entry of Rāmānanda Raya at Godavari, at banks of Godavari. Here there is a first meeting now going to occur of Rāmānanda Raya and Sri Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Then how he has entered at the banks of Godavari, we will try to know this. At that time, firstly, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has heard, he has heard the sounds of music, and with the devotees, Rāmānanda Raya has came at the banks of the river Godavari with palki. Matlab, he was sitting in a palki. Then what it indicates, we must try to have have such a holy places, or we have to visit such a holy places with such a pure devotion and such a pure views or such a pure emotions, that it will please to everybody, which will be though non-devotee, though those will be avaktas, whichever the people at the banks of the such a holy place, no, those must identify us by seeing our look and our etiquettes, that he is a great Vaishnava or he is a Vaishnava. This must be our tries, or this must be efforts for efforts as a devotees. And Ramanand Rai presents these all qualities and all characters by means of his entry. We have to learn such simple things from such a great Vaishnavas by such verses. Now we will proceed to text 15. तार संगे बहु आइला वैदिक ब्राह्मण, विधि मते कैलते हे स्नानादि तर्पण. Many Brahmanas following the Vedic principles accompanied Ramananda Rai. According to Vedic rituals, Ramananda Rai took his bath and offered oblations to his forefathers. Now, what Ramananda Rai did, he has accompanied with various brahmanas, which were the devotees also of Lord, and some of brahmanas are Vedic brahmanas, just those were non-devotees of Lord also. And he is accompanied by both brahmanas over there at the banks of Godavari. And according to Vedic rituals, Rāmānanda took his holy bath at the banks of river, and he offered oblation to his forefathers. And now, like this way, he has entered at the banks of Godavari. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. I have completed 15 verses. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Hare
much,
Krishna.
Mataji. So nicely explained and set the mood of Lord Chaitanya Prabhu's meeting with Rāmānanda, which is going to happen next week. Actually, you gave so many wonderful messages. I would like to share a few of them and followed by some of the relations. I also request other devotees who can also share their some take-home messages so that we can keep remembering the Lord throughout this week. This pastime is very sweet, very important pastime we are hearing. So that keeps us alive for throughout the week. So that next week when we come back, we the same mood we can continue. So here Mataji has explained a few points. Chaitanya Prabhu is Lord himself, but he has all great qualities of a pure devotee, and he humbly heard from others and also accepted their instructions. So this is the humility which the Lord has exhibited, and he wants us to by hearing these pastimes, as I was mentioning in the previous class also, that every pastime of the Lord conveys a wonderful lesson for us. It is not just we heard and we enjoyed and we forgot. No, this every pastime of the Lord will give a wonderful message. Lord is playing a role of a pure devotee. So that means what? Lord himself is coming as his own devotee. So it is not just for his own enjoyment. So this has got so many wonderful meanings that we as practicing bhaktas must take these pastimes as our role models. Not only we hear and enjoy these pastimes, but also we must practice. That is the essence of devotional practice. That's why Prabhupada always says devotional practice. And Pataji explained that Lord Chaitanya Prabhu is ocean of essence of the pure devotional service. And very beautiful translation of this verse by Srila Prabhupada. Rāmānanda was empowered. He was compared to a cloud. So Lord Chaitanya Prabhu is ocean of mercy, ocean of pure devotional service. And he has empowered Rāmānanda, who is compared to a cloud. So this is exactly what happens to us. We may say that Prabhuji, Mataji, I'm not qualified, I'm not competent to preach. It doesn't need our competence. What actually needs is the empowerment of the Lord. The empowerment of the Lord comes when we sincerely make an effort, sincerely follow the instructions of Acharyas, we get empowered. So here is example, what is mentioned is about empowerment of Rāmānanda, who is compared to a cloud. So we also get that empowerment when we sincerely follow the instructions of our Acharyas, because Lord is ocean of mercy, and that empowerment comes automatically. Likewise, so many points I would like also to hear from others who can share some of the points from today's class. Anybody is prepared to add? Even questions also can ask. Mataji is here. Yes, Sachiprem Mataji can.
Yeah, Hare Krishna Prabhu and Hare Krishna Mataji. I like the catchy point which Mataji said, right? So generally we are to follow the 9 steps of bhakti, but those who are in the war field, so they got a direct liberation from the Lord, the soldiers. So that point I like very much. Thank you so much, Mataji, for sharing this. Hare Krishna.
Thank you,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna.
Anybody else?
Hare Krishna, wonderful class, by Mataji and well explained by Rāmānanda Kanaidas Prabhuji. Really wonderful class. And the point how Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself, and he is going to the Yamuna river and he chanting the holy name in ecstasy. That's the great for we people. And one thing, Mataji, we are so fortunate in this age of Kali. And like Prabhu told, na, this Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, ocean of mercy. By his mercy, you see, we are so fortunate where he had done his Lila in past times, like Jagannath Puri, Mayapur, at least we could visit it. Most of the devotees has visited. And the same Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, same Krishna, where he had his pastimes in Vrindavan as a cowherd boy and with Ras Leela with gopis. And we also visited that place. So we are very, very fortunate by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Thank you, Mataji. Wonderful class. We enjoyed Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Ekachaka Prabhu.
I also thank.
Devotees, anybody else want to share or add comments or have any questions? So many wonderful messages Mataji has shared today's class. Mataji,
Hare
over to you.
Krishna. Hare
Yeah.
Krishna, Prabhuji. Can I share some
Yes,
points?
please. Jayapratha Mataji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Wonderful class, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Thank you. I was so moved by that point that Mahaprabhu, even though he was a Supreme Personality of Godhead, he was like hearing from his devotee. Even though Rāmānanda Rāya was a Shudra. So we should also hear from the people like who was authorized by the Lord. Like our acharyas. So there is no distinction between whether they are from Shudra class or Necha class or Brahmana. We should not distinguish. That point was very nice, Mataji. And second point, when Lord sees a deity, he just giving prostrated obeisances. So we should also inculcate that culture. Whenever we see the Lord, whether he is in the Vigraha form or in the photo, we should pay obeisance. So that point was very catchy, Mataji. And one more point, when Lord was like reciting the prayers, so he was continuously chanting. He was like, he could not control himself. That is the prema bhakti he was showing by his character. So we should also try to inculcate, but I don't know whether in this lifetime I could have been or not, but at least we should beg for the mercy of the Lord, that we should also get his prema bhakti. And one more wonderful point Mataji share, even the non-devotees who saw Mahaprabhu chanting and dancing in ecstasy, they all got prema bhakti. So it was very touched. So I also like beg lotus feet of Lord that I should also get that one in this lifetime. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you, Mataji. Thanks for sharing wonderful points and realizations. So nice. Nice to hear. Mataji, Manmohini Mataji, can conclude the session?
Yeah.
So that,
Prabhuji.
yeah.
Hare Krishna. I really thank to all of you, all assembled devotees, and also I express my gratitudes that you all have given me such a wonderful opportunity to express my realizations or whatever I have tried to learn from these verses. Though I have did many mistakes, but I think you all should have forgiven me for these mistakes, considering me a neophyte in the path of bhakti. And like this way I will try to express my realizations if I will get such opportunities. And I would really like to thank Rāmānanda Kanai Prabhuji and Patil Prabhuji for giving me such an opportunity to preach these verses. And actually I have got joy by this seva of preaching, and really I am thanking once again and expressing my gratitude towards all of you and paying my sincere obeisances. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. All glories to Chaitanya Charitamrita, all glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Gurudev, all glories to Asmul Vaishnavas. Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Prabhupada Sindhubhyo vacha. Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavabhyo Namo Namo. All glories to Her Grace Manmohini Vrajrani Mataji. Pranam.
Hare
So
Krishna.
thank you all the devotees. So we'll end the session here and we'll continue next week to hear from Her Grace Radharani Mataji. So as we discussed previously, from next week onwards, the session will be moved to Friday. We'll announce the time in the group. We'll see a few weeks how it goes, because last more than 4-5 years we have been doing it on Saturdays, but many have said that they will be able to attend if the class is on a Friday, because many have working day on Saturday. So we'll try this for a couple of weeks and then we'll see if we can revert back to Saturday if that is not working out. So we'll announce the time, exact time and all in the group today itself, so that we can prepare. And I request everyone to please attend the session without fail, because it is not that one should not think that I know everything already. I am already mastered all these scriptures. No, one must always eager to hear the pastimes of the Lord, whichever position we are in. Maybe we are Chakrapati, we are in temple president, or we are sannyasi, whichever position we are. But always must be, as we see from Lord Chaitanya Prabhu himself was hearing from Rāmānanda Rāya. So that again is a very important lesson for us, that we should always attend these classes and also encourage others to join so that everyone gets purified. Hare Krishna, Pranam. Thank you very much.